Hello there guys and welcome back to the FIFA 21 career mode with Leicester City, and today we've got episode 22. Coming up then in today's episode, as you can see, we've still got some time left in the summer transfer window to make a deal or two before we do go on and push on into this season. We have got off to a good start then in the Premier League in this second season, playing 2 games, one being Chelsea away from home, and I think we played Cardiff at home in their second game, getting 2 wins, like I say, on 6 points. A few question marks around Man City. They played 3 games so far, 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss for them. In the last episode then, we managed to bring in 2 new players to the side, one of them being Sarr from Watford. We brought him in for quite a hefty fee, but I got to say I am looking forward to using him and, change his position maybe to a left wing or a striker. And like I say, I can't wait to use him as well. And also we brought in Lewis Cook from Bournemouth. He's going to play in that midfield role. He's going to sit on the bench for the majority of the season, but we've got plenty of games coming up. And like I say, we needed some more squad depth, and I think we've got it in Lewis Cook. He can play centre mid and CDM. So coming up then in today's episode, we've got some more business in the transfer window. Definitely looking to bring in at least 1 player, maybe 2 at a push, but definitely bring in 1 more player before we go into the season fully. And also we've got 3 games coming up in the Premier League, looking to stay in that top spot if we can. So if you guys do enjoy today's episode, please go down below and hit the like button. Literally 2 seconds, guys. Just go down there and smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. And also if you are new, guys, want to see more of this Leicester City career mode, hit the subscribe button down below. And also if you press the little bell, you'll be notified of when these videos go live onto YouTube. So let's get into some of your guys' comments then from the previous episode. And don't forget, guys, leave your comments down below to be featured in the next episode of the career mode. So the first comment here then coming from Jamie, saying sign Edmund Tasoba or Jules Koundé, or is it Condé, and or Ozan Kabak. So like I say, these 3 players are all great, and I got to say Tasoba I was thinking about signing, from Bayer Leverkusen. Now, the only problem I have with Jules Koundé, or Condé, you can see on screen, he's got that sort of like hyphen above the E. So I'm guessing it's maybe pronounced Condé. Like I say, let me know down below if I am pronouncing that wrong. Now, I do like the look of this guy, and I know he's got great potential. And look at his release clause there, £69 million. And he is French, so he would fit in with a team, but I feel like he's too good of a player right now to, to sign and make it still feel realistic. So let's get into the second comment here then, which does come from Prem, saying, Tom, you need Vardy's replacement as he is aging, and replacing Vardy, you should sign at LUKA JOVIC, as he's heavily linked with Leicester for Vardy's replacement. Now, I know a lot of people in Season 1 have mentioned LUKA JOVIC to sign him and to use him. Now, when I used him in the Real Madrid career mode previous to this career mode, I wasn't a massive fan of him, I've got to say, but then again, we had Mbappe, Haaland in the team, and it was hard to really find a lot of game time with him to get used to him. Now, I'm thinking in this career mode, it wouldn't be too bad of a purchase, and that's why at the start of the episode I said I might make 2 signings. We definitely want to sign a centre-back, because I feel like even if we use Fofana in the starting 11, we don't have another centre-back on the bench at the moment. If we do, they're not high-rated, so I feel like we definitely need another centre-back. But now, in terms of another striker, LUKA JOVIC could be the second signing in today's episode. So let's get into the final comment then, which does come from Amal, saying, what about Eder Militao from Madrid? Insane potential and can also play fullback when needed. Now, obviously, like I say, again, due to the previous comment, we have played with Real Madrid, and I have used Militao, and I was really impressed with him, and I did really like him in defence. So I am thinking about it. My only concern about signing him is that if I do go ahead and sign him to go in the starting 11 alongside Mukiele, is it still realistic then to go into LUKA JOVIC? Now, I know he is linked supposedly with Leicester in real life for Vardy's replacement, but would it feel realistic if we went ahead and signed 2 Real Madrid players? Now, it has happened in real life, not in terms of Leicester. I'm sure teams have signed 2 players from a team before. So I feel like it could work, and he's got a high release clause there of 81 million, but I'm pretty sure we have enough transfer budget to cover both of them signings if we wanted. So here is then the new and updated shortlist for today's episode. So we start these 2 players here, Salisu and Koch, from the previous episode. Like I say, if they're around about that overall of being 77, then I'm probably not going to sign them, just because Fofana is more or less, I think, 76 overall now. If not, he's definitely 75, so we're pointless signing these 2 players if they're just going to be a similar overall to Fofana. But obviously we move down now to these 3 centre-backs here. Now, Tasoba, obviously, I think that was the first comment I read out, or the second one, where he mentioned Tasoba, Kabak, and also Koundé, or Kundi. Now, these 2 players I was interested in. Like I say, Kundi, I just think because he's so, such a known, and, do you know what I mean? Like, I expect Barcelona or Real Madrid to go in for him, for example, whereas I feel like if I went in for these 2 players, he could be more likely being able to pull off. So, Kabak, I don't really know too much about. Tasoba, I did do a Bayer Leverkusen career mode in FIFA 20, so I know quite a bit about him, and I did use him. I did like him in that career mode. So again, I've shortlisted these two, just waiting for the scout report to come back on them, alongside Militao. Now, I could imagine Militao is, well, I think he's about an 83 to... I could imagine right now in this career mode, he's about an 83 to an 85 overall. He would fit perfectly in the side in that centre-back position. And also, you know, Real Madrid have got Varane, Sergio Ramos if he's not retired. And I can imagine, you know, they've got other centre-back options to use instead of Militao. So again, I've added him to the shortlist, just waiting for the scout report back on these players before we do go ahead and possibly make a move for one of them. Now, this guy, he was in the comment section. I didn't put the comment at the start of the episode, but I'm sure someone left a comment with this guy because there's no way I could remember that last name, and there's no way I could even try and pronounce that name. But Dominic, we're going to go with from Red Bull Salzburg, can play cam and left mid, 20 years of age, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and he's 6'1" as well. He's got 7 traits already. He does look really good. And again, whether I'd sign him or not, I don't know. I might leave it till January. But for now, just add him to the shortlist. We're just waiting to see what the scout report says. So let's get into the first game then in today's episode. We're going to be taking on Liverpool away from home. And I know we've played Liverpool in every episode so far in this second season. And we played them in the last couple of episodes of the first season as well. Like I say, I feel like I'm playing them more or less every time I go to record. Whether I like it or not, I've got a game against Liverpool. But this is the final one that I can see for the foreseeable future at the moment. So let's get into this game. Like I say, away from home, looking to get the 3 points. We've beat them twice already this season, so this time it should be no problem. We've got our main starting 11 up as well. Possibly looking to get Sarr involved. I know I said that in the last episode. We didn't manage to get him on the pitch, but you know, the game just was how it was, and I had to make other substitutions. But I might see and try and get him on in this game. And yeah, let's see how we can get on in the game and try and get 3 points. Struggling to get the ball off Liverpool at this point. Mo Salah now with the ball. And okay, there we go. It took us... Okay, we've lost it already. Great. Thiago passing it there and winning the ball back. But literally, as I mentioned, they had the ball for 10 minutes to win the ball back and lose it straight away. They haven't really got into the box with it so far. I don't see why they're not putting any sort of crosses in. This is one thing that does annoy me. I don't know whether it's just ultimate difficulty. It is what it is. And I've got competitive mode turned off now. Okay, the fruit and Fofana there with the deflection. They're going to go out for a corner. But... like I mentioned, I don't know if it's just ultimate difficulty or just years FIFA in general, but the AI don't seem to put many crosses in, and Fofana, I think, headed it away there. Like I say, he's done so great, but I'm just a little bit wary with going into, you know, the likes of the Champions League and wanting to progress far with a 75 rated centre-back. Here we go, a time to counter now. Mahrez inside. Oh, I thought Tielemans going to make the run down to Camavinga. Take your time. Shoot. Oh, as if Alisson... I really thought, okay, it's out wide. Barnes, and I just went for the shot. I just had to go for the shot there. I should have maybe, in hindsight, cut it back, tried to get another cross in, but you can see there. And, it's going to get called off for offside anyway, getting too carried away. But Camavinga's shot there, blocked by Alisson. Here we go, Mahrez, cross inside, and I can see Jamie Vardy, but Van Dijk is going to get there before him. And again, I just don't think crosses are going to work against this Liverpool side. You've got Kimpembe and Van Dijk in defence. The header, though, cleared off the line by Robertson. Okay, now, here we go. Harvey Barnes, I was looking to get the pass to Vardy. And okay, sort of got ourselves in a tight spot. Vardy now, there we go. Camavinga, just get round. And he can get round the shot. He's going to be blocked. Harvey Barnes now, getting another chip inside. And the header, and yeah, no, just wasn't going to work. Oh, Liverpool now, forward, and Stabitzer, and a great save there from Schmeichel. Mane still got the ball, however. Oh, there we go, Castagne's come in and rescued us there, and maybe a counter-attack. Vardy up to Mahrez. Is he going to be onside still? And I think he is. Let's try and get this into the box. I can see Vardy up with him, the pass, and I wanted that to Vardy, but it goes in anyway. And Harvey Barnes is the scorer 55 minutes in, and we scored the first goal of the game against Liverpool. And I was just about to sub Mahrez off, because I was thinking I still might make the change, however. But I was thinking we need some pace on that right-hand side. You know, Sal will come on great and use the pace, but Mahrez did brilliantly. Look at that, miles ahead of the rest of the players. And then, like I said, that was supposed to be a pass towards Jamie Vardy. I didn't really see Harvey Barnes, but he was there, fired it in, and that's now his second goal of the season. Oh no, Liverpool, okay, Firmino and Aarons, can you get that one cleared? And you can. Indeed, he get this one up to Sarr on the wing. Vardy make the run, and look at that, that was perfectly timed, surely. Vardy just knocked that forward a bit. Is that Mo Salah behind him? And I think it is. Vardy, and there we go, 2-0. And 88 minutes in, we're going to secure the win, I do believe, in this game. I don't think Liverpool have got it in them to even get 2 goals, let alone 3. And Sarr on the counter-attack there with Jamie Vardy. Them two linking up well already in his first game. And it is Mo Salah there trying to chase him. I don't know why he's so far back in defence. But either way, he's trying to help his team out. And he just couldn't catch up to him. And Vardy, when the shot was taken and when I was looking at it, I thought it doesn't even look that powerful of a shot. But either way, it finds the back of the net. And that's his 5th goal already of the season. Only 3 games in. And there we have it then. Full-time whistle has been blown in this game. We get the 2-0 win against Liverpool. And that was a good win. And a good other 3 points in this season so far. Like I say, away from home once again. Against the top 6 side. And against the side last season did win the league. And we start off the season really well. So here is then the league table after that win against Liverpool at Anfield. And look at how different the top 8 teams look here. This season, 3 games in, we're the only team to have won all 3 opening games of the season on 9 points. And like I say, just look, where's Liverpool, where's Man City, where's Man United, where's Spurs, where's Chelsea? They're not to be seen in the top 8. And West Ham are 2nd, Wolves are 3rd, Everton are 4th. Let's take a look down the table. So Man City in 9th, Liverpool in 10th, Spurs in 12th, Chelsea in 13th, and United are in the relegation zone at the moment. They haven't won a game yet this season, 1 draw and 2 losses for them. So we're still waiting then on the scout reports to return. As you can see, there's still 4 players without a scout report at the moment. I'm just hoping that the scout report does come back in time before the transfer window ends. Just because it would be nice to see all the overalls before we do make a decision. And I have made, made LUKA JOVIC into the shortlist. So let's get into the second game then of today's episode. We are taking on Aston Villa. We're currently in 6th place at the moment. So they haven't got off to too bad of a start in the Premier League in this second season. So we made a few changes to the side, only 2. Sengi's under on the right wing and De Silva in midfield. So I didn't want to weaken the side too much because it is Aston Villa, but at the same time they are in 6th place. So again, don't want to weaken it too much. So let's get into this game again. Another 3 points in today's episode. A cross early in to Jamie Vardy and it goes in. What the hell? I did not expect that whatsoever. And 4 minutes in, we are 1-0 up in this game. And that the ball ricocheted off the bar, hit the goalkeeper's back and went in. And what a crazy goal to score this early on in the game. Like I said, I did not expect it to just come out of nowhere. And look at the replay here. So Harvey Barnes loses the ball, wins it back. And I thought maybe that was a foul. Crosses it in. And Jamie Vardy, there's that much power behind the shot. It hits the bar, is it? Yeah, the bar, and then back the floor, and then his leg, sorry. And then finds the back of the net. The goalkeeper does go, attempt to dive, but just rubbish, really. It's classed as an own goal for that. And then 5 minutes in, like I say, 1-0 up, and that was just really unexpected. Vardy over the top for Harvey Barnes. Little chip back inside to Vardy. That's great. The header. Oh, just straight at the goalkeeper. Them two are linking up really well in this game. Camavinga as well. He is breaking forward with them, but them two are definitely got a good partnership going on. Vardy through for Harvey Barnes. Come on, Barnes, go on. There we go, 2-0. 35 minutes into this game against Aston Villa, and I knew he had to score after assisting the first goal. And was that Vardy with the assist for this goal? It could be, I'm a little bit lost at the minute into thinking who was the assister. It could have been Camavinga, but I got a feeling it was Vardy and that guy in the crowd. Yeah, Vardy with the assist. And there you go. The second goal of the game is from Harvey Barnes. Vardy back through. Harvey Barnes. Could it be 3? And it is going to be 3-0. He's not going to be classed as offside. Yeah, it is going to be classed as offside. No way. But them two, as you just see, linking up really well. And, that third goal is definitely coming. And Diddy quite high up the pitch here. Gets the ball out wide. Sengi's under. Getting involved. The cross in to Vardy. And there we go. 3-0. 50 minutes into this game. I told you the third goal was coming. And Vardy with his second goal of the game now. And Diddy doing well. Getting far up the pitch. Plays it out wide to Sengi's under. And there we go. The cross inside. Which was one of them crosses where I hold R1 and square. Obviously Xbox RB and X. But yeah, look at that. Out wide. The pace into the box. And just a nice cross. Just behind the defender there. And Vardy on the volley. And we go 3-0 up in this game. Aston Villa off the post. Someone block it. And there we go. Aston Villa get one back. 8 minutes after we just score with Vardy to get the third. And, we can't let this lead slip now. We really can't. I was just about to quick sim to the end as well because we're 3-0 up. But obviously there's still work to do in this game. And you can see here, to get the shot, hits the post. But Schmeichel made the dive for the first one. Couldn't get back up in time. And Aston Villa do bring one back in this game. Oh, there we go. Wow, okay, we're 4-1 up in this game. You guys would have just seen that thunderbolt of a shot from Harvey Barnes. He's second of the game, 2 goals, 1 assist as well. And what a game he is having. We've got the 3-goal lead in front of Aston Villa once again. Jamie Vardy with the assist. And look at that, he fakes shots round the player, I think defender. Then just goes for the shot outside of the box. And look at that, beats the goalkeeper. And like I said, I just did not expect it whatsoever. That's why I was so silent. And then the ball went in the back of the net. And I was like, wow, okay, he's actually just scored from there. So we are going to sim to the end of the game. Just, you know, we're 4-1 up now in this game. 65 minutes played. I do want to make some changes, though, because I don't feel like the changes would be made unless I make them now. So Chowdhury, I'm going to bring on. Take the silver off. Put Chowdhury there. Bring Ndidi up. I don't want to give Lewis Cook, you know, like, I want to give him a proper debut, not just bring him on for the sake of it. Sarr, let's bring him on for Harvey Barnes. And then, any more changes? No, I think the team's pretty good. I think we're pretty safe now to sim to the end of the game. Let's jump to results. Is that... Yeah, that is the one, isn't it? Let's jump to result. We're 4-1 up. And we still get the 4-1 win in that game. And the changes... So the changes I made didn't actually get made. Okay, but Chowdhury got brought on. That's fair enough. Mahrez got brought on. And Edward got brought on as well. That's fair enough. We get another 3 points in our second game of the episode. So after that game then against Aston Villa, we got some good news that Ricardo Pereira has returned from injury. He can now rejoin the first team. So we're looking to get him back in as soon as possible, really. But Max Aarons hasn't been doing too bad of a job in that right back position. But like I say, Ricardo Pereira's still got to fully recover from the injury, plus build his match sharpness up as well. So here is the Premier League table then after that game against Aston Villa. We're still at the top of the table, 4 wins out of 4 on 12 points. Wolves behind us now on 10. Everton in third. Liverpool and Manchester City and Spurs also moved up into the top 8 after that last game. And so Man City now in the last 2 games have won them both and starting to get themselves back on a good record as well. Man United, let's check where they are. And they're still, okay, I'm going to say they're still in the relegation, but they're not. But they haven't won a game yet. They're still not got a win this season. So we're into the transfer deadline day now, and the scout reports still haven't come back, which isn't great, because I wanted to have a look through all of the players and see which one fit the team the best, and probably the highest overall out of all of them, even though I know probably Eder Militao is probably the highest overall out of all of them. But yeah, so we're just going to have to make the signings as they are. Let's take a quick look at the top deals while we're here and sort it out by the amount. So Sewell going to Inter Milan, Upamecano going to PSG, Sonuncu, as we know, going to Juventus, with Charleston going to Spurs for 70 million. Okay, Pepe going to Villarreal, Hernandez going to Leipzig, Lukaku going to PSG. That is pretty interesting, but I could see it happening. Sarr going to us, obviously Jimenez going to United. So even though Wolves have lost him, Wolves are still second in the table. Pavard going to Barcelona, Kyle Walker going to Barcelona as well. So 2 right backs going. Pretty interesting considering they have Dest as well. Maguire going to Bayern. I find that very hard to believe. Firpo going to Chelsea, Hernandez going to Bayern, and Manolas going to Dortmund. So like I say, the scout reports haven't come back and we've got no more time to waste really. So I wish I scouted them a little bit soon, obviously, to get the scout reports back. And I wish I could know more about these 2 players. Like I say, I already know about Testoba, but I don't know his overall in this second season. So I don't want to risk anything. And yeah, like I say, I would like to sign these 2 players up because we don't have the scout report. I'm just going to play it safe and sign, well, try and sign, I say sign, but try and sign Eder Militao. And like I say, I have used him before and I do know he's a good centre-back and he does have Champions League experience. So let's go into this one. His release clause is 81 million. I'm going to try and get him for a little bit less than that. And even though I don't know his value, let's begin negotiations with the club. So I can imagine he's valued at around about, well, I reckon his value is 41 million. You know, straight out there saying that. But somewhere around there. So let's offer a transfer fee. I'm going to go in with 49.5. Very awkward, but 49.5. Let's go in with that. Just a little bit less than 50. And let's submit this offer because, again, he's going to be one of our starting centre-backs for the club. We've got plenty of transfer budget, so don't need to worry about that. But like I said, I just need to consider that they do have a release clause set in place of 81 million. And okay, then when we're not that far away from the valuation, they want 54.6 for him. Let's just counter that again and propose a new free fee and go down to 52 million. Let's even get a deal done for that amount because I do want some money left over because we've still got January as well to think about. We might have to make some, you know, rash signing in case anyone is injured. So I'm trying to save money where we can. So 52 million, and they're going to accept that, and there we go. So let's go into the contract now. And let's just go ahead and jump straight into this. I'm trying to think, he's going to probably want around about 110,000 a week, maybe. Or he might want something like 70,000. I don't know. Let's take a look. And it was an important squad role. More than happy to give him that. He'll be playing most of the games alongside Mukiele. A 5-year contract. Happy with that as well. No release clause, hopefully yet. No release clause. And a wage of 65,000. Okay. A lot less than I thought. Let's remove the bonus. Edit the wage up to 72. Signing on bonus of 630,000. Will he accept? And he will accept. And he's going to join the club. So here we go then. Here is how the team is going to look with Militao in it. Now I've got to admit, I thought his overall would be a lot higher than 81. Maybe because he's not been getting much game time at Real Madrid. He hasn't grown as much as I thought he would have. But again, look at some of the stats. You wouldn't think he's 81 rated. 85 aggression, 84 interceptions, 81 acceleration, 88 jumping, 80 sprint speed. So these two are going to be so fast at the back. Mukiele, 87 sprint speed. Militao, 80 sprint speed. And he's got 85 stamina as well. Militao, like I say, all-round great stats. 82 defensive awareness as well. He's got no traits, but again, for being 81 rated, I feel like he is well-rounded. And he will fit great against, well, not against, but up with Mukiele. So I think it's only right then to make the signing for LUKA JOVIC. Like I say, he's going to be an important signing. Edward, again, a lot of people are saying he hasn't been the signing you thought he was going to be, and that is correct. So I've got to admit, I thought it would be, even though I haven't used him too much, the moments where I have used him, I just haven't felt like he's the one to replace Jamie Vardy. And he is so far away from being a replacement. You know, say if Jamie Vardy was to retire at the end of the season, I don't feel like he could jump in straight away and replace him. Whereas LUKA JOVIC, I feel like he could jump in next season and replace Jamie Vardy if he was to retire. So here we go. Let's go ahead and try and sign him. He's valued at 38 million. Release clause of 62.7. The scout recommends 48.4. Between that and 69.4. So let's approach the buy and begin with the negotiation. So 48.4. I'm going to go with 52 million. That's 4 million above what the scout recommends. But again, I don't want to pay anywhere near his release clause if I can avoid it. So let's go 52 million.1. Let's just add the 1 in there just for the sake of it. See if that makes any sort of difference. And Zidane, okay, straight away, that's a reasonable offer. And I didn't think he hated him that much. They would accept any sort of money for him. Maybe I could have gone in with his value. But Zidane has gone ahead and accepted that offer straight away. And maybe the rumours are true, you know, about Zidane and LUKA JOVIC, that he really does want him out of the club. But anyway, let's go into the contract and see how much we're going to be paying him a week. So rotation squad role, that is mental. Let's accept that straight away. I'm more than happy to give him that squad role because that is what he's going to be, to be fair. And I'm sort of glad now he's requested that. Let's give him a 4-year contract. Decline any sort of release clause as well. That suits me. Accept that. Now, talking about the wage, he's on a lot at the moment compared to Eden Militao. Let's be honest, on 145,000. So I feel like we're gonna have to offer something similar. Let's offer 165, and then a sign-on bonus of let's say 750k. 750k should be reasonable with 165,000 wage, and they're happy with that. And he's gonna join. It's gonna be our last signing of this transfer window. So here he is then. The new signing is in the club, and he's got some great stats to go along with him. 82 rated, and he is right-footed, but not that matters because he's got a 5-star weak foot to go along with that. Age 23, and he's 6 foot as well. And again, like I say, I have used him in the Real Madrid career mode. I didn't think too much of him, but again, because we had so many great players in that career mode, I found it hard to use him properly and get the most out of him. But just look at some of these stats here. They are really great. 84 finishing, 82 dribbling, 83 ball control, 84 shot power. He's got 2 traits as well to go along with that, outside the foot shot and chip shot as well. So that is great. But this is, I would say, the finished team ready to go into the second season here. Again, like I said, I wish Militao was a little bit higher rated. But again, I've mentioned his stats are more than good enough, and you wouldn't think he's 81 rated. And he can play right back as well, which is useful. Now, put Pereira there just for now, just to show you guys the finished team for this second season. So this is going to be the main starting 11 that we're going to roll with. And again, this is a pretty strong starting 11 in my opinion. Camavinga now up to an 84, and Didi 89. So these players are growing, and Mahrez is going up to an 87 as well, which is interesting to see that at age 30, he's gone up by 2 overalls since signing him. So down to the bench here, you got Jovic, Senge's under Sarr. So these two obviously be the replacement wingers for us, Jovic being a replacement striker. And then we've got 2 midfielders, Chowdhury and Cook. And then we've got Fofana and Max Aarons on the bench. down to the reserves. Now, a lot of these players I should have possibly sold. We got obviously Ramsdale is our backup goalkeeper. We also moved down the bench and we got Gibson, who I still need to put on the loan list. De Silva, again, a player that could sit on the bench, don't get me wrong, for any of these two, Chowdhury or Cook, because he's a similar overall and a higher overall than Chowdhury, but Chowdhury's just a natural CDM, so I've got him there just for now. We've also got Edward as well on the bench if needed. So again, I feel like the team is strong enough now going into the second season, going into the Champions League, that we can compete and possibly get into the semi-finals or even final. Let's get into the final game then of today's episode, where we do take on Spurs away from home. Again, another away game. We played Chelsea away from home, Liverpool away from home, and now Spurs away from home. Just have to see if we can get another 3 points to end today's episode. We've got our main starting 11 up. Militao making his debut for the club. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how he does get on alongside Mukiele. Now, remember, them two are pretty good in terms of sprint speed. Mukiele, I think 87, Militao 80, I think it is. So they could more or less deal with Harry Kane. Definitely Son, maybe not, but definitely Harry Kane. They should be able to in terms of catching up with him, but in the air, different story. But let's get into this game against Spurs. We're using our third kit for this game as well, so it's pretty nice that we are getting to use that now and again now that it's in the game. But yeah, let's look to end today's episode off with another 3 points. So there's one mistake I've already made, guys, and that's Ricardo Pereira is playing in this game. Now, I wasn't... Okay, the cross was in, but didn't really get to anyone. And Mahrez, yeah. Okay, so Ricardo Pereira shouldn't be on the team. I made the change just to show you guys the full finished 11. And I forgot to take him off, and now he is starting the game. Let's just check his match sharpness quickly, because... Okay, the injury, you know, the little injury sticker that normally is there isn't there at the moment. His sharpness is 76. Okay, so maybe he could have started the game all along. Maybe just the international break that we just had give him enough time to recover fully from the injury and be, you know, ready, fit for the game. Okay, Son now working it into the box. Gonna try and get that pass across or just a cross, but Militao was there to stop it. They are going to get the corner now. We've got to make sure Harry Kane doesn't get a head on this. Don't think Mahrez will do much going up against him, but the cross is in and the header from Alderweireld. But an easy save there for Schmeichel. Okay, Son inside the box, and there we go. Spurs go 1-0 up just before half-time. And I'm not enjoying this game whatsoever. It's so hard to get the ball off Spurs at the moment. They have majority of possession, and they've made something with it. Son with the goal. And like I said, I didn't expect it to go in. I've got to be honest. I thought it was going to either go wide or hit the post. But look at this here. The pass to him just takes 1 or 2 touches and then fires that one in past Michael. And I think just because of how far away he was and just the angle I was looking at it, I thought it was going wide. But no, definitely went in. Top corner. There we go. Spurs lead in this game. Mahrez inside for Vardy. Still 4 defenders to try and get past. But Vardy looking for Harvey Barnes. And okay, had to run back for that one. The finesse. And okay, Lloris forced to make a save. Substitution. Mahrez for Sengi's under. And you know what, we'll probably make that change. Just a little bit more pace on that right-hand side. Not a bad effort there from Harvey Barnes, I got to say. But let's get this corner taken. So here we go. Tielemans whips this one in. Diddy on the yellow card, almost with the header. Is going to fall to Sengi's under. I was going to go for the finesse then, but maybe not. And Diddy down there. Oh, okay, that would have been a killer pass if we would have found that one. Camavinga trying to get it forward. Maybe one last chance. Vardy down to Harvey Barnes. Got the pace, knock it forward. Harvey Barnes, keep going, get it in towards Vardy, and no, I went for the shot instead. Okay, I thought the defender was going to knock it into his own net, but it looks like we're going to end in defeat in today's episode, and we are. The full-time whistle is going to be blown, and Spurs get a 1-0 win in this one. I've got to say, they were a much better side, so much more quality in the attack and in defence as well. Son, man of the match for me. So here is the Premier League table then to end today's episode. 5 games played so far, 4 wins and 1 loss. Like I say, we lost to Spurs, but I've got to say, and hand it to them, they were the better side in that game. But we're still top of the table though, 12 points. Wolves behind us, only by a point. And Man City and Liverpool now back into the top 4. Manchester United, just out of interest, they're in 15th place. Still haven't won a game this season. That is really hard to believe. 3 draws and 2 losses for them. But again, not a bad episode. We are top of the table. So then, my player of the episode for today's episode has to go to Harvey Barnes. You know, 2 goals and 2 assists in today's episode. And a few good chances here and there. You know, just again, he's been great in today's episode. Linking up with Vardy in that Aston Villa game was unreal. You know, L1 and X, you know, when you pass and move, pretty much pass and go. Them two were just so good at it in that game, and they were creating chances for each other and scoring goals. But today's episode, it has to go to Harvey Barnes. So as you guys can see from the background, that we do have Champions League football coming up, but I'm not going to reveal anything until the next episode. So make sure you guys have got notifications on and ready for the next episode, because the group will be revealed and the first team we'll be facing will be in the next episode, the first game of the next episode in fact. So make sure you guys are ready for the next one. So if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please do a like down below on the video, hit the red subscribe button if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.